Hello everyone. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Today, where we uncover the key moments, the hidden emotions, and the powerful turning points that shape this entire story. So sit back, relax, and get ready, because what you're about to see might surprise you more than you think. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any of our upcoming episodes. Yeah, the man who once stayed quiet, who kept his head down and tried to endure everything alone, finally walked into the police station and filed a report. And for someone like Tieu, who used intimidation as a lifestyle, who hurt without hesitation and manipulated without remorse, that report wasn't just a piece of paper. It was a mirror, one that showed him the truth. This time, it wasn't Ye who should be worried. It was him. Because now, everything he did to Huyen, everything he did to little Maya, every threat he whispered from behind the shadows was about to come to light. But will the truth really be revealed? Or will the darkness try to swallow the light one more time? We're moving into the part of the story where justice and fear collide, where survival becomes a battle of will, and where every step Yi takes brings him closer to a confrontation no one can avoid. The story of Ye, Huyen, Maya, and Tieu is only beginning to unravel. The knots are still tight, the secrets still buried, and the twists, trust me, are coming fast. If you want to follow every chapter of this emotional storm, hit that like button to give you strength. And don't forget to subscribe, because each episode from here on will be heavier, deeper, and more powerful than the last. Now let's step into that morning. A morning so gentle, it almost felt unreal. Sunlight seeped through the thin curtains, soft like fingertips brushing across your cheek. It slipped into the small house, settling on the quiet shapes inside. Yi opened his eyes first. Maya was curled against his arm, small and warm, breathing softly. On the other side, Huyen lay on her side, her hair loose, her face finally, restful after days of worry. Ye felt something soften inside him. Peace, tenderness, a home, a small house, a kind woman, a child who called him Ba, with sunshine in her voice. He whispered silently, "Thank you, God, for letting me wake up to this love." Maya stirred first, rubbing her eyes before giggling when she saw him watching her. "Ba, you feel better now? Play with Maya today?" He chuckled, brushing her messy hair aside. "Ba is better. So, what are we playing?" Her little face brightened instantly. "Ba is taking Maya to school. I will tell my friends Ba is driving me today." Yi pretended to salute, making her giggle even louder. "It will be my honor, Kongchua." Laughter filled the room, fragile worries melting away. From the kitchen, the smell of chow, fried eggs, and caramelized onions drifted through the air. Warm and comforting, Huyen stood at the stove, stirring the pot. When she heard his footsteps, she glanced over her shoulder. "You're awake. Sit down. It's almost done," she said, her voice gentle. Ye leaned against the table, watching her quietly. There was something beautiful in the simple way she moved, in the soft focus in her eyes when she cooked. Then she asked, "Can you take me to the village garden after breakfast? I need vegetables for the market." "Yes," he nodded. "I'll take you. And I'll take Maya to school too." He saluted again, jokingly. "Orders received, boss." Huyen shot him a sideways glance, trying not to smile. But the smile still came, a small curve of her lips that brightened the whole morning. Then her voice dropped, softer, but full of concern. "You're going to the workshop today?" Ye paused. He couldn't lie. But he didn't want to worry her either. Inside him, the decision he made last night burned like fire. Today, he had to go to the police. He had to report the attack. He had to protect them, not with hope, not with silence, but with action. Yet all he said was, "Yes, I'm going." Huyen nodded and returned to cooking, unaware that his simple answer carried a plan that could change all their lives. A little later, the three of them sat around the table. Maya talked endlessly about school. The dog ran in circles, and Huyen watched Ye, relieved to see him recovering. But inside Ye, two things battled each other: peace and purpose. He tasted the chow, listened to Maya's giggles, saw the calm on Huyen's face, and made up his mind. He had to fight for this peace. He had to protect it. After breakfast, they drove through the village road bathed in sunlight. Maya chattered nonstop in the back seat. Huyen watched Ye with gentle eyes through the rearview mirror. That look made him tighten his grip on the steering wheel. He had to protect them, no matter what. At the school gate, Maya hugged Ye's neck and whispered, "Ba, tonight you show me homework again?" "I promise," he said softly. She ran off, waving until she disappeared behind the school walls. Ye turned to Huyen. Their eyes met, warm, deep, understanding. "Buy the vegetables and come home early," she said quietly. "And you," he replied, "rest before working again." She reached up, brushing a loose strand from his forehead, a gesture only someone who truly cared would make. And for a moment, they stood there in the sunlight, silently promising something neither dared to say aloud. Yi waited until she turned toward the market. Then he turned the wheel in the opposite direction, not towards home, not towards the workshop, but to the police station, where calm ends and truth begins. He parked in front of the station, staring at the red sign with gold letters. His palms were damp, not with fear, but with determination. Behind those doors lay a path that might enrage Tui, but it was the only path that could protect Huyen and Maya. He took a deep breath. For them, he thought, "I have to do this." He stepped inside. The scent of paper, wood, and coffee filled the air. A young officer looked up. "How can I help you?" Yes swallowed. His voice trembled for the first time. "I want to report an assault and threats against my life." The officer stood, guiding him into a private room. Sunlight fell across Ye's bruised face. "Tell us everything," the officer said. Ye exhaled and began, the brakes screeching, the fists being dragged from the car, the cold eyes watching him suffer. But this time, he didn't tremble. This time, he spoke with strength. "The other night, 3 men blocked my path. They beat me. They didn't steal anything. They came to send a message." He placed his phone on the table. Threats filled the screen. "This was just a warning. Next time, it won't just be my face." The officer read the messages, frowning deeply. "Do you suspect anyone?" Yeah hesitated, then lifted his head. "Yes, but I want to tell the investigator privately." His voice grew steady, calm, unshaken. The officer nodded. "We'll protect you and your family." Yeah closed his eyes for a moment. A single tear fell, quiet, determined. "Thank you," he whispered. "I just want them to be safe." When he stepped out of the police station, the sunlight felt different, brighter, the wind stronger, and inside Ye, fear was gone. Only resolve remained. Huyen picked up her chopsticks and tasted the caramelized fish first. She blinked twice, surprised. "It's delicious," she said softly. Ye chuckled, not fully believing her, but grateful anyway. "If it's not salty, then my cooking skills really improved today." "It's not salty," she insisted. "It tastes like home." That single word made something warm settle deep in Ye's chest. Home. A word he hadn't truly felt in years. Not a place, just a feeling. And right now, that feeling sat across from him, smiling gently, with the afternoon sun brushing her hair like gold. They began to eat slowly. Outside, the village stayed quiet. Only the sound of bamboo leaves brushing each other in the wind. Every so often, Huyen would glance at Ye's face, making sure he wasn't still hurting, and he would notice her watching, but pretended not to. Maya's laughter still lingered in his memory, echoing like a small bell in the calm noon. It was a rare moment, too peaceful, too perfect, and because of that, Yi cherished it even more. After the meal, Huyen stood up to wash the dishes, but Ye quickly got to his feet. "Let me," he said. "You cooked. I'll clean." He shook his head firmly. "You've done enough these days. I want to help." She opened her mouth to protest, but the look in his eyes stopped her. It wasn't stubbornness, just sincerity. A quiet request that said, "Let me take care of you too." She stepped aside. "All right, but be careful with your back." He smiled. "Yes, ma'am." While Yo washed the dishes, Huyen swept the porch, though she found herself glancing in his direction more often than the floor. Never in her life did she imagine that a man could fight with such quiet strength, suffer in silence, and yet still have so much gentleness left to give. When the dishes were done, Ye walked out to the porch and stood next to her. "You're still tired," he said softly. "After this morning, did the market go smoothly?" Huyen paused, leaning on the broom. "It was fine. Everyone asked about you. They were worried." Ye looked down. "I'm sorry for causing trouble these days." She shook her head. "You didn't cause anything. You were the one who suffered." Her voice trembled slightly. She tried to hide it, but Ye noticed. He stepped closer. Not too close, but close enough for her to feel that steady warmth he carried. "Huyen," he said quietly, "I'm here, and I won't run anymore." Those words sank into her like sunlight, warming chilled water. She looked up at him, her eyes deep and soft. "I know. I can feel it." For a moment, neither said anything more. Peace settled between them, warm and fragile. Then a small voice shouted from far away, "Bak Yi! Bak Huyen!" Maya came running down the path, her little backpack bouncing, her hair messy from play. She ran straight into Ye's arms, laughing. "Bee! Did you rest? Did you eat? Did you wait for me?" Ye lifted her easily and tapped her nose. "Yes, I waited, and I cooked today." "What? Really?" Maya threw her hands up dramatically. "Mom, Bee cooked. Did the kitchen explode?" Huyen burst out laughing, covering her mouth. Ye pretended to gasp. "So that's what you think of me?" Maya giggled and hugged him tighter. "I'm happy you're better now." Her small voice softened something inside him. He ruffled her hair. "As long as you're happy, I'm happy." The little family walked inside together. Maya chattered nonstop about school, friends, snacks, and drawings, while Ye and Huyen listened with patient smiles. Later, while Maya napped, Ye stepped outside to the porch again. The golden light of late afternoon touched everything. Trees, rooftops, the dusty path leading to the market. A long breath escaped his chest. For the first time since the attack, He felt safe, but safety wasn't the end. It was the beginning of what he had to do. He sat down on the old wooden chair, elbows on his knees, thinking. The phone call with Tieu replayed in his mind. Every word, every breath, every tremor in the man's voice. Fear. Real fear. That meant the police report was already working. Still, he knew it wouldn't end there. Dark people didn't crumble easily. But now, Ye was ready. He wasn't alone anymore, and he wasn't fighting only for himself. Behind him, he heard soft footsteps. Huyen walked onto the porch with 2 cups of warm ginger tea. "You're thinking too much," she said gently, handing him a cup. "I'm just planning." Planning is good, but rest is also good. He smiled faintly. "I'll rest after I finish protecting you two." She sat beside him, close enough that he could feel the warmth of her shoulder. "You don't have to do everything alone," she whispered. He looked at her. Her eyes didn't have fear anymore, only trust. He didn't deserve that trust, not yet, but he would. "I know," he replied, "but I want to try." She didn't answer. She simply rested her hand on top of his for a moment. A brief, tender touch, but enough to steady him, enough to remind him why he had chosen this path. The sun dipped lower. Birds began returning to their nests. The world softened again into that calm that only comes before evening. Inside the house, Maya stirred and called out sleepily for her mom. Huyen stood up and smiled. "I'll get her." Ye watched her disappear inside. He leaned back on the porch chair, letting the breeze cool the lingering heat on his skin. The day was almost ending, but something else was beginning. Quietly, slowly, but undeniably. Strength, courage, family. He whispered to himself, as if promising the universe, "No matter what comes next, I won't back down again." Then he closed his eyes for a moment, letting the peace sink in, gathering himself for the battles he knew were still waiting beyond the horizon. In this chapter, we follow a story filled
Trong
with
câu chuyện
quiet
cảm động
tension,
này,
hidden
Huyền đoàn tụ
emotions,
với đệ
and
sau nhiều
unexpected
tháng xa cách.
shifts.
Mối dây liên kết
Part
của
1
họ được
reveals the
củng cố
moment
bởi sự
everything
vắng mặt
begins to
và
crack,
tình yêu bền vững.
where a
Cùng
single
nhau, họ tập
sentence
trung chăm sóc
changes the
cô
way
gái
two
Maya,
people see each
xây
other.
dựng một mái ấm an toàn
Part 2
và tràn đầy yêu thương.
goes deeper,
Đồng
showing
thời,
how
hỗ
fear,
trợ Tử Vi, một
pride,
cô gái
and
trẻ đang đối mặt
vulnerability
khó khăn.
push each character
Những khoảnh khắc
closer
gia
to the
đình
edge.
chuẩn bị bữa ăn,
As their
dựng lên một
paths
cấu trúc
collide,
cho Maya
we witness a
và chia
struggle
sẻ
between
tiếng cười,
what they feel and what they
phản ánh
refuse to
tình yêu
admit.
sâu sắc và sự quan
Every
tâm lẫn nhau
choice
trong gia
seems
đình.
small at
Tuy
first,
nhiên, sự
yet
bình yên
each
của
one
họ gián
builds
đoạn khi
towards
những kẻ
something
xâm nhập
much
xuất hiện,
bigger,
tìm kiếm Tử
something they
Vi và
can't
làm nổi
escape.
bật sự mong
And
manh
just when
và
it
những nguy
feels
hiểm mà
like
họ
the
đối mặt.
truth is about to
Những căng thẳng
surface,
và bất định,
a
Huyền và
new
Đệ lên kế hoạch
detail
cho một tương lai
appears,
an toàn hơn. Quyết định
one
trở
that
về miền Bắc
raises
để
more
gần gũi hơn với
questions
gia
than
đình và mang lại
answers.
sự ổn định cho Maya.
What happens
Qua những
next
thử thách,
might
mối đe
change
dọa và
everything,
những
but for
kết nối
now,
chân thành, câu
the
chuyện ca
only
ngợi sức
thing
mạnh tình
certain
yêu, gia đình
is that
và sự kiên
nothing
cường
will
trong công
ever
việc,
be the same
tạo
again.
dựng hy vọng và an toàn.